Greek mythology, a vast domain inhabited by gods, demigods, mythical creatures, and heroic figures, has been a captivating subject and a wellspring of curiosity for millennia. These legends, born in the cradle of civilization, ancient Greece, are far from just idle fables spun for mere amusement. They form the very heart, the essence, the lifeblood of the Hellenic culture, becoming a significant, integral part of everyday existence, and profoundly influencing the beliefs, outlook, and customs of the people. Welcome to this compelling web of mystery and intrigue, the Cryptic Mystic Vault, where we delve deep into the cryptic narratives and unsolved enigmas of bygone eras. Envision a community where divine beings and heroic mortals coexisted, where the terrestrial realm trembled under the fury of Poseidon, god of the sea, and where Odysseus's cunning and cleverness were as tangible and real as the first light of dawn. This was the reality for the ancient Greeks. Their mythology wasn't restricted to the engravings on temple walls or the sacred whispers during ritualistic ceremonies. They were the tales recounted over meals, the moral teachings imparted to the young, and the ethical guide that set societal standards. Greek mythology was not only a source of awe, wonder, and fascination, but also a pedagogical tool, a vehicle for moral guidance, and a mirror that reflected societal values, mores, and ideals. From the courageous Hercules, famed for his strength and his 12 labors, to the wise Athena, the goddess of wisdom, strategy, and heroic endeavor, each persona, each narrative was a lesson encapsulated. They taught values such as courage, wisdom, and the repercussions of hubris or excessive pride. Even the monstrous creatures, like the many-headed Hydra or the fearsome Minotaur, were symbolic, representing the overcoming of adversities and the triumph of good over evil. Mythology also shed light on natural phenomena, explaining the changing seasons through the tale of Demeter and Persephone, the daily journey of the sun through Apollo's chariot ride. Furthermore, through tales of divine intervention in mortal affairs, they emphasized the gods' interest in human life, thereby promoting virtues like hospitality, honesty, and respect for the divine. Unraveling the strands of these ancient narratives might reveal more than just whimsical tales of fantasy. They may hold the key to a deeper comprehension of the world of ancient Greeks, their mindset, their worldview, their ethos. Greek mythology, at its core, is a treasure trove of lessons, values, and reflections of a civilization lost to time. From the valiant Hercules to the wise Athena, each character, each story was a lesson in virtue, bravery, wisdom, and the consequences of hubris. Unraveling the threads of these ancient stories might reveal more than just tales of fantasy. They might hold the key to understanding the ancient Greeks themselves. The Pantheon of Greek myths is filled with extraordinary figures, each with their unique stories and characteristics. These luminaries of legend and folklore have left an indelible imprint on the collective consciousness of humanity, their tales transcending the boundaries of time and culture to resonate with people across the globe. Take Zeus, for instance, the alpha and omega of the divinities, reigning supreme over the celestial hierarchy. His might, encapsulated in the thunderbolts he hurled with divine precision, served as a symbol of unassailable power and authority. His dalliances, both romantic and otherwise, were part of his complex persona, painting a picture of a leader who was as flawed as he was formidable. And then there was Hercules, the epitome of raw strength and unyielding perseverance. His 12 labors stand as a testament to the indomitable spirit of man, a metaphorical embodiment of overcoming life's challenges. Each feat represents an aspect of the human struggle, from the Nemean lion signifying courage to the cleaning the Augean stables symbolizing the purging of corruption. His tales were not just stories of heroism, but parables defining virtues. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, was another figure of paramount importance. Her strategic, demonstrated in tales of conflict and conquest, made her an exemplar of intellectual prowess. Yet her influence extended beyond the battlefield. As the patron deity of Athens, she also embodied values of justice, civilization, and arts, ingraining these principles deeply into the city's ethos. Odysseus, the hero of the epic Odyssey, was the epitome of resourcefulness and resilience. His decade-long journey home from the Trojan War, fraught with trials and tribulations, was emblematic of the human spirit's relentless quest for home and hearth. His encounters with monsters, gods, and enchantresses are metaphors for the challenges we face in our own journeys. These figures, each unique, were more than just characters in fantastical tales. They formed the bedrock of Greek mythology, playing pivotal roles in shaping Greek society and culture. They served as moral compasses, guiding individuals and communities through their daily lives. They were religious figures, invoked during ceremonies and rituals, their stories deeply intertwined with spiritual beliefs and practices. They were also sources of entertainment, their extraordinary exploits recounted with fervor at feasts and festivals. These myths were woven into the fabric of everyday life, influencing everything from religious practices to political ideologies. They formed the foundation of educational systems, the basis of legal codes, and the inspiration for art and literature. It is a testament to their enduring relevance that even today, millennia later, they continue to captivate and inspire. But these legends, however, may not be mere fabrications of the imagination. They could be distortions of real historical figures and events. Greek myths, while fantastical, may have been inspired by real people and natural phenomena. We often look at these ancient narratives as mere figments of an old civilization's imagination. But what if we try to dissect the layers of these tales? Could it be possible that the heroes and villains of these stories, such as the mighty Agamemnon or the enchanting Helen of Troy, were not just figments of the ancient Greek imagination, but were actual historical figures? Their deeds and exploits, possibly amplified and glorified over centuries of retelling, could have formed the core of these mythologies. After all, history has been known to distort and magnify facts over time, and it's not too far-fetched to believe that these mythical figures were once living, breathing leaders, whose deeds of valor or acts of treachery were immortalized in the annals of Greek mythology. The ancient Greeks, like us, were driven by a curiosity to understand their world. Given their limited scientific knowledge, they sought to interpret natural phenomena through a different lens. Take volcanic eruptions, for instance. We now understand these to be natural geological processes, but to the ancient Greeks, these might have been seen as expressions of divine anger. Picture yourself standing on the edge of a roaring volcano, witnessing its frightening fury. Wouldn't it be easier, more comforting even, to attribute this awe-inspiring spectacle to the anger of the gods, as opposed to an unexplainable natural process? Looking at specific myths, we find interesting connections with natural phenomena. Consider the tale of Poseidon, the earth shaker, known for his tempestuous nature. According to legend, Poseidon's wrath was so great it could cause the earth to tremble. Given that Greece is a region prone to seismic activities, it's not challenging to see how this myth might have originated. Every tremor, every quake, was perceived as the ire of the sea god. This gave a sense of order and understanding to an otherwise unpredictable and terrifying phenomenon. Over time, the boundary between myth and reality becomes blurred. This offers us a unique perspective to view and understand the ancient world. These myths, despite being soaked in supernatural elements, are a reflection of a civilization's attempt to comprehend the world around them. They are not random stories, but a product of the human need to explain the unexplainable. While the evidence linking these myths to historical realities is often speculative, it provides a fascinating perspective on how the ancient Greeks may have interpreted and made sense of their world. Greek myths have left an indelible mark on the world, influencing art, literature, and culture globally. They have stood the test of time, enduring through the centuries, their influence visible in the smallest details of our everyday lives. They pervade our world, shaping the way we view ourselves, our relationships, and our place in the universe. From the Roman Pantheon, which borrowed heavily from its Greek predecessor, we see the power of these myths. The Romans, captivated by the tales of Greek gods and heroes, integrated them into their own culture. These myths were not simply borrowed, but rather infused into Roman society, adopted and adapted until they became as Roman as they were Greek. This example demonstrates the enduring appeal and flexibility of Greek mythology, its ability to cross cultural and temporal boundaries. In the modern world, the influence of Greek mythology is no significant. It has reflected books, movies, and even video games, where ancient tales have been given a contemporary twist. This phenomenon of cultural exchange and transformation continues the trajectory of the myths, ensuring their relevance and longevity. The enduring allure of these tales lies in their universal themes. They grapple with love, betrayal, ambition, emotions, and experiences that resonate with every person, regardless of the era or culture they belong to. Greek mythology populates its world with characters that are both divine and profoundly human. Heroes we can admire for their courage and resilience, villains we despise for their deceit and cruelty, and gods who, despite their divine status, are susceptible to the same flaws and failings as humans. This combination of the divine and the human makes these characters relatable, their stories touching a chord within us. Moreover, Greek myths offer timeless insights into societal organization and human nature. They reflect the values, ideals, and fears of the ancient Greeks, portraying a society that was both different and similar to our own in fascinating ways. These myths give us a unique window into a civilization that has long since passed, but its influence continues to shape the world in profound ways. They provide us with a deeper understanding of human history, revealing the complexities and that define us as a species. They delve into the intricacies of culture, showcasing the diversity and dynamism that characterizes societies. They engage with the eternal quest for understanding, exploring existential questions about life, death, and the nature of the universe. As we delve deeper into the labyrinth of Greek mythology, we uncover not just stories of gods and heroes, but also a rich tapestry of human history, culture, and the eternal quest for understanding.